So I was given a topic, what is love beyond romance? So first of all, it is mentioned in this world about romance that romance without finance is a nuisance. Can any of you relate to that? Romance without finance is a nuisance. So if you can relate to that, then that is testimony to our disqualification to actually understand what love is. Love is a spiritual principle. It is the currency with which the eternal spiritual being transacts with the supreme personality of Godhead and the liberated souls. The spiritual world is one thing. We are living in this world where when there's no cheese, then it's just like, yeah, you love me, but make it make sense. How come we can't travel, we can't have this or that or the other? So the opposite of love is lust. So lust has a very bad connotation. So don't immediately feel like we are labeling your relationships, situationships, talking stages, marriages as just lusty affairs. However, if we compare night and day, we will find that love is like day and lust is like night. If we compare gold to iron, then gold will be like day and lead will be like night. So these truths help us to enter this conversation about love from a place of humility and honesty. One thing is that no one can really convince us against love. We can write many books and we can put all our experiences together of how we loved before and it didn't work out like this or that happened. But still we find that our heart still beats for love. We still want to fully love and be fully loved. So the scars that we are carrying in the matter of so-called love are the scars from our tussle with lust. So the Bhagavad Gita, you can get to see it later on, is a very wonderful text spoken by Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna makes a claim that he is the source of all material and spiritual worlds, that he is the seed-giving father of all living beings, and that he is seated in the heart of every living being, that he is the well-wishing friend of all of us, therefore saying we are his eternal parts and parcels. So he is the supreme soul, we are the minute spiritual spark, aka God. So God then is the symbol of complete love, absolute love. And in this Bhagavad Gita, he gives information that when the individual soul, you and I, accepts this material body, we take our births, some living beings through seeds. Seeds produce plants and the rest of it. Others take their birth from eggs. Your chickens come from eggs. Yesterday I saw something about, anyway, another topic altogether. The so-called chicken is no longer chicken. Some other science is going on there, so be careful. And then others take their births or their bodies from embryos. Human beings get our bodies through embryos, others through sweat. Bed bugs and those types of things are coming from sweat. So every spiritual spark, you and I, have a body. And then Krishna says that the human being, meaning the souls in human bodies, they have a mission which is to exploit the resources of the inferior material energy. So spirit is higher than matter. When a conscious living being deals with matter, they are looking at it, how can I enjoy this? How can I control this? How can I manipulate this for my personal pleasure? So this consciousness tends to be what we are leading with when we are entering relationships. The relationship I have with ice cream is like, come here, let me show you. Relationship I have with my parents, it's generally we are speaking softly when we want something. Parents also, relationship with children, they are maintaining, feeding, doing whatever they're doing because they are hoping. As you get older, you will make some money, you will bring some pride to the family, etc., etc. So the mood is transactional. So when we are talking about love beyond romance, then we can first of all try to agree that romance is under the department of Cupid. In the Vedic scriptures, Cupid is called Kamadev. So today is that day of Cupid, you know, see him with his bow and arrow. So he shoots arrows, flowered arrows. Because when an arrow is like a flower, and when it hits, it's nice, ne? And we hanker to be hit by such arrows. So his first arrow is called attraction. Every one of us, because we have a history that predates this body we're in, then we have a mind which has many impressions from our previous lives. Just like we have impressions from this very life. Things that happened in childhood, in high school, that form how we move in the world, what we like, what we don't like. So as we perceive things, as we see things, then we're interacting with that memory of what I like, what I don't like. So what attracts us is also unique to each one of us. So people ask each other, what's your type? Because they're trying to fit in, you know, the likes and dislikes of potential partner. So attraction. And once that attraction is set, then the second arrow of Cupid is infatuation. Now that I'm attracted, now I want to bring this close to me. And it's just like, it's so nice. You're so handsome. You're so beautiful. And that infatuation matures into a type of distraction. That many things don't matter as much to me than what I'm now infatuated with. Someone gets into some new TV game and they like it. And all of a sudden it's just the whole world might as well disappear because they're into this now. So in romance also, and these are the good times, right? When you can't put down the phone. Next arrow of Cupid is that this infatuation turns into the way you're anticipating that one. It is called maddening, meaning it distills into a sort of no one else should have you but me. That now creates a sort of anger within the heart. You didn't call. You didn't do this, you forgot that. Because now one has become beyond infatuated, is maddened by enjoying, possessing, or experiencing whatever it is that attracted them to that object, to that person. And then when Cupid hits one of his final arrows, things enter into the region of delusion. I think people speak about people being dilulu these days. When you just can't believe how this person is thinking. They're beyond, it's no longer reality. It's within them, the object means something else that others cannot even relate to. That's where now, people are throwing acid, people are divorcing, people are court orders, restraining orders. So this is the trip, the arc of lust masquerading as love. This is what that goes through. But don't despair. Because we are spiritual, we will never be satisfied with this wolf in sheep's clothing, lust. Because the heart remains spiritual. When I say heart, it's the metaphorical heart. The physical heart, whatever that is, it beats until it stops, finished. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes. But the heart means the living being, you and I. We are always like the fish who's pulled out of water. That fish is always hankering for water, their natural environment. Therefore, the heart is always looking for the actual substance of love. So if that is the case, and Krishna, or the Supreme, is also in the heart of everyone, he understands that desire when one wants the genuine thing. So that they are fakes, phonies, wolves, dribblers, whatever names you have for people who propose love but are not qualified to exchange in love. That realization that this does not fulfill primes one to then ask, what is the real thing? That real thing then takes us to a relationship which can never be broken. That just as we are spiritual beings, that means we are eternal. The supreme spiritual person is also eternal. Just as we mentioned love and lust, we mentioned gold and lead, day and night, then there's the spiritual world and there's the material world. We are here in the material world. Material world means everything has a beginning and an end. Yet there is one aspect which does not end. You've been to a funeral? Anyone? How exciting was it? What are the highlights of the funeral? People who cry a little extra, Yeah, sometimes the pastor says something really far out. Sometimes, a known thug becomes a saint. No, you have to say good things at the end. You can't just... Sometimes people are cursing others at funerals. But primary feature is that people are mourning, they're sad, they're crying, and they're expressing that somebody has left them. Some beloved is gone, a friend, a family member. So somebody has survived that funeral. This is the point. Does it make sense? Means we're just putting what we call mom and dad into the coffin. Yet we speak that mom is going to a better place. That means mom is not part of what's going into the ground. So when one understands what is that which escapes the coffin, then one starts to walk through the gate of reality, spiritual reality. And so what we are looking for is spiritual. Whether it's friendship, love, all these qualities like patience, tolerance, service attitude, to be self-giving. These are the qualities of the spiritual being. Yes, they come through in our dealings here, but they're generally lacking their full vitality. And so Krishna is saying we are covered by the influence of material existence, material nature. The selflessness there is tinged with some selfishness. Being trustworthy, there's a lot of betrayal that goes there. Patience, impatience. So many faults are there in the quality of expressing spiritual existence. So, for us to express and to experience pure love, we have to cleanse the impurities that are covering our essence as spiritual beings. Now, for cleaning something, what do we generally use? Exhibit number 1. If you had to clean something, what would you use? Bleach, water, soap. These are the types of things we use to detergents and to clean things. Now, if you clean your body, maybe not bleach. Yeah, clothes and this can do that. The harder things are, even they use acid, caustic acid to clog up drains, to remove rust. So to clean your body, some of the guys don't mind sunlight. We grew up with that stuff, nice and green, just like. Yeah, the girls, they can't deal with that. What is that all about? They get softer things with honey essence, with like that. So that means the more you value the thing, also deal with it softly. To clean the mind. See, the mind is dealing with all these inputs every day. The eyes are bringing in something, the ears, the nose, so many inputs into the mind. How do we clean the mind? So, should I ask or should I offer? Yes. Maybe give you a chance to think. We all have a mind, right? Somebody doubts that? Yes. Find one thing and focus on it. That would sort of do something for the mind. Okay, let's say clean it for someone. Anyone else? Yeah?
Let's say music, if I'm listening to nice music, it can calm me.
Yes. Sometimes you come from a place where it's just and then you put a certain type of music and you can feel the clouds of that environment sort of lift away. Yeah? Yes, unplugging from everything else and just kind of hearing yourself, listening to yourself, yes. So yes, we are finding some solutions together. One, silence. So that means that vibration, whether it's thought or what we're hearing, affects the mind and by extension affects me, the spiritual being. So when I kill all those vibrations, silence, it feels a little better. Again, vibration. Some music gives different vibrations, affects me differently. So certain vibrations are better for my experience. So the supreme friend and teacher, Krishna in Gita, is also suggesting. So just make a note, it's a supreme suggestion. But he also speaks gives a suggestion because he won't force. That by sound, one is able to transcend the influence of material nature. So spiritual sound is the best quality of sound. So the question would be, where do I get spiritual sound?